What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Don, with the Don Franz Show. I'll give everybody a second to get in here. The futures just opened up. We are going to break that down. We're going to talk about the dollar, the Russell, the NASDAQ, the S&P. I'll give you my opinions. I'm sure I'll touch on Tesla one more time. But after that, this is going to be about 30 minutes, and then after that, we're going to turn it over to you guys and answer any questions or give my opinion for whatever you think it's worth on the tickers you call out. But I gotta say, I hope we pull back this week. We gotta be red. I hope that tiny red candle is a giant blood red candle tomorrow. Just Winnie the Pooh and all his friends, hope they're happy. Opinions, not financial advice. Yes, this is art class. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I draw boxes. And, well, if you agree with these boxes, maybe you do something with that. I know a lot of my followers like to. So, let's do this. Yeah, bear time. For my Twitter followers. Twitter, right? Yeah, new to Twitter. Anyway, someone tagged me and Tom Nash. He's actually a pretty big YouTuber. One of the few YouTubers I actually do watch. He is a financial, or an ex-financial analyst. Just does YouTube now. But he's pretty straightforward. He said he was going to, what do you say about my videos? He says he's going to check them out. They look well produced, which tells me he's never seen a single one because I don't plan into these. We click stream. We know we don't have to pretend we know what we're talking about. There's no, I don't need to get the cliff notes and get the prompt ready. We click stream. We know what we're going to talk about. One of the difference in the other YouTubers. But anyway, if you got excited about that, it would be cool if we ever did something. But I don't know a single financial analyst that ever likes a trader, swing trader, or any of the sort. But we do have the same mentality. We spend a lot of time telling people don't do stupid stuff, and here's our opinion. Take it or leave it. F Tesla, need a good entry. You might get one this week. So let's hit the like button. We've stalled for enough time. Tesla is the king of all stocks. I'm not going to argue that. I love Tesla. You like Tom Nash? I like it too. I like anybody that doesn't BS around. How to minimize loss on Tesla stock position? You probably should have... Ooh, we're going to talk about Tesla. I'm going to remember that question. Some of these lessons you guys only need to learn once. So hopefully if you guys are about to learn a lesson in Tesla, it's a lesson you only have to learn once. Gary, I'm not going to attack you, by the way. But I promise you're not the only one asking that question. Do I think Tesla's overvalued? Give me a time frame. I guess technically right now, if you're going to call them a car company, they probably are. But I've been talking about Tesla since I started this YouTube channel. And no, I'd still call Tesla cheap. But no. You're so rude, man. Yeah. I'm not for everybody. That's fine. I could hold your hand and talk nicely to you. Would that make you feel better? Won't make your positions any better. Anyway, let's go. No, if there was a tone change when I read his question, man, I've seen a lot of people talk about Tesla, and that's just going to trigger some rants. All right, let's talk about it. Well, let's just hit the dollar first. Ooh, where are we at? I'm actually short the British pound US dollar, which is a long US dollar play. So I got in short here, did add on here. That broke down, stopped went in the green. That tagged out, still in my original position here. I'm thinking dang, why am I on the 1 hour? Hang on. I'm going to add back short. Say it like it is, be a man. That's all I know how to be. I do classify as a man. My pronouns are him, his, man, man-child. Don't cancel me. Looks like Baba. I hope so. I'm short. Send this thing to the dirt. I'm going to add back on, though. I like to sell things that go down and buy things that go up. Now, that's easier said than done, and it doesn't sound that complicated. And if you just leave the emotions out of it, it doesn't have to be. Where'd the guy go that called me rude? Is he still here? Or did he just roll out? I can appreciate somebody that says that and just leaves. All right, so still short this, which is a long the dollar play. So hopefully we don't see any more follow through with the selling. Typically, when we're testing these zones from the bottom, we're looking for sellers. Indexes, or well, a dollar index doesn't really work in buyers and sellers. That is literally a bank saying we're going to pin the price here. Where is the mother of all short squeezes at? Apes? Uh-oh. Is AMC supposed to do something? Is earnings this week or next week? I saw the movie Eternals. It's amazing. I'm going to go see it again. But I don't think that equates to we should just go long AMC. I classify as human. I am a meat popsicle. If you get that joke, we can be friends. If you've seen that movie and you remember it, you're a cool person. This week, Monday after close. Let's have that rant when we talk about Tesla. All right, as far as the Russell goes, a little bit of a, well, here was the first hour open. That little green candle, red here. The Dow actually looks very similar. We got the infrastructure bill that passed. Hooray! What I'm kind of curious about is, is that the news to, are they selling into that strength? The one final piece of news, and that's it. Markets have been a little hot. Russell, probably not as much as the others. But the Russell did break out. We've been horizontal for so long. So is this the beginning of a super bull flag? On the weekly, doesn't look bad. So a break and a retest is awesome and not. A break and a retest of a pattern can be really cool, right? It can give you guys some confidence. You break, retest, boom. It's a very popular pattern a lot of people play. The downside is, and why you don't want to put all your chips on that, is because what if that's a fake out? It's going to look like a break and retest. You'll find out later it was a fake out. So if we do pull back and we are red, let's say this does come back down, you know, do you really want to hold account? Is that a fake out? I would buy it, but I know where I'm stopping. I'm not going to ride it all the way back down. So congrats to anybody that was in the IWM play for that move up. So after a whole bunch of nothing, it finally had a good week. Kind of indifferent. You know, I buy the dip if it came back down. If this one was to grind up, there's really no reason I'd be shorting this right now. We're headed to 3,000. Yeah, this is it. We're talking about Tesla. Let's see. Let's say we're still long. You're trading the futures contracts, so you're good. I would have my stop right here below this. So anytime I see a bull pin or a little triangle pattern, I base my risk off the base of that triangle. Here's where your buyers and sellers play that game of tug of war. It's starting to squeeze. Arms get tired. There will be a winner and a loser. But if I'm losing in a game of tug of war, I'd let go of the rope. You're not going to drag me through the mud. Let somebody else do that. I'd put my stop here. If it breaks that, that's a new low. Wouldn't be a fan. Got to be dumb to go along here. I'd say you got to be dumb to just not know what your risk is. You can go long or short anywhere. But just to assume you're right and assume candles only go one way, then I'd say you got to be dumb to think that. You're short the rust bus at the top of the first hourly candle. Futures is a little bit different. Typically, if we're talking about IWM, people will probably in that from Friday. Futures right now, not as liquid, but if you're going short, you know where your stops are at. All right, NASDAQ. A red candle, still kind of indecisive right now. There is, while I'm excited that's red because I do have short positions. So I'm in Amazon puts, QQQ puts, and Tesla puts. Put spreads. QQQ is a naked put. So I hope that thing gaps to $3 tomorrow. We find out it's the .com bubble. You know, I'm fine. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. And there is a lot of time before the market opens tomorrow morning. So hopefully we do see some more red. The reason I took this position, and it's actually not something I preach. I tell you guys often, don't do this. It puts me in a weird position because there's what I do and what I talk about. I know my risk. I know what I'm getting into. And I think a lot of people short markets like this because they have that roulette mentality. That's a lot of green. They walked up to the roulette wheel. They saw red, 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 red. I'm going to put my money on black because surely it won't be red again. That's just not how the game works. But your brain often thinks that. It's got to pull back sometime. And then you see these people, like those people were short Tesla. There's a lot of people. There was a few people even in this chat. They were short Tesla. Tesla's $800. It's going to 600. And I hope they're still not short because, well, they're down. And tomorrow if Tesla's down, I don't want to see a single one of you say you're green because you are just less red and there is a difference. So it was a little bit riskier shorting this over the weekend. To be honest, I wasn't even thinking about the infrastructure bill. And I hope that doesn't screw my position, but you know, I'm in nothing that can get smoked. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting for sure. Yeah. So again, if you're bearish, I wouldn't be cracking bottles. And if you're bullish, assuming you had a plan when you took that and you were bullish correctly, I wouldn't be losing any sleep either. S&P, almost the same story. Tech just really carried the way. So I would welcome a pullback. It'd be kind of hard to short it. We're not seeing any real panic here. I don't really see any. I'd want an alert right here, this 46.30 area. I'd rather catch a knife down here, if not even a little bit lower. You need to have an account to still be short Tesla at 800. Yeah, I do question some of the bears that show up on my channel. One, I would like to interview some of you guys just live because you have to have the most impeccable risk management I've ever seen because you guys are just constantly bearish. I'm not talking about James. James, it is James, right? He comments. I see a different James. There's too many James on here. He's my bearish mascot. He talks about risk management. He's still in some long plays too. But some of these other bears just show up and they're just always bearish. I'm like, how do you still have an account? Tesla puts are going to print. Yeah, I've seen that comment a few times from people that were short Tesla at 800. So are these new puts? Are these some puts you had, maybe gave some time, and they just went to zero, and hopefully they come back alive? It's sarcastic as I'm being a mouse and being dead serious. It's impressive. Let's talk about Tesla. Now, I already gave you guys a Tesla video. We charted out the expected moves. That's 3 standard deviations to the downside, that bottom zone. I'd like to make a guest appearance. You live close by, too. What was that question? How to manage a loss on Tesla. Why that fired me up and why there was probably a tone change when I read that question out loud in the beginning of the stream. Because, and I've said this 1,000 times before, I'm going to say it 1,000 times again. All of those questions need to be answered before you ever click the buy button. I cannot stand it when someone comes up and says, what do I do now? You need to have all those scenarios in your head. Before you click the buy button, you got to understand the risks. Is it likely it gaps down $300? Not likely. Could it happen? Yeah. You feel like taking that? Because it could. You know, if you're playing the probabilities game, and let's say it's a 99% chance it won't, there's still that one time out of 100 trades it will. And so how would I manage a loss in Tesla right now? It wouldn't be huge. I would know what I was in. So hopefully this is the lesson you guys only have to learn once. My plan is chilling. Never panic. Yes. Now, let's get into how you probably could manage a position now. But I'm serious. I don't like saying that over and over again because either A, you're not listening to me. B, you're brand new to this channel and it's time you listen. You cannot, you're not going to be able to watch one of my videos and be a super trader, nor are you going to be able to watch half of my videos, take one thing out of context, and be a super trader. Some things will just take time. So what I do, I call it recovery mode. So I'm in a position, let's say you managed risk correctly. You did it right. You're thinking, okay, I'm gonna put my stop here because we're up there, but no real reason to short it yet. More green candles than red, which typically means it's going up. So you put I'm gonna stop if it breaks 1,200 bucks, and tomorrow it might just gap below 1,200 bucks. So it's well below your risk you originally had set. How I trade that is I let the market open. Now, this is where you have to make a decision. I'm already down. I do not panic sell in the morning. I let the morning volatility shake out, and then I trail it. No new lows. So let the morning volatility shake. My stop goes in right below that. If it continues down, I'm out. If it turns around, something's bounced. The dip buy crowd shows up. I trail it back. I'm not doubling down. I'm not throwing the bank at it. Like, I am just going to let that. It was already a bad trade. If it bounces that day, all we're doing is climbing back up. I'm going to lose a little less than before. So when it does gap down like that, and I wait for that morning volatility, and this is where it's going to get risky tomorrow because it might just be a gap and go. Now, that first 30 minutes, I'm willing to risk a couple extra dollars loss to hopefully get that recovery in the dip buy crowd showing up. So if it does gap down and it is just way past, you can't stand to lose another dollar, at that point, you chalk it up to this was a hard lesson to learn, and I gotta just get out. You will take losses. These traders will bag hold until they're green, and that literally is telling me you're going to be the one trader in the world that has a 100% win rate. You're just going to buy and only sell green. I'm going to hold everything that's red until it is green. That doesn't exist. Those people don't have accounts. They did for a short period of time, and then now they're gone. If everybody's waiting for a big drop in Tesla, who might buy during this time? If nobody will buy during the drop, Tesla won't go down. I have a feeling it's just a mind game. You're onto something, yes, but there's too many emotional people in Tesla. It is a cult following, and people are just emotional. Look at that Twitter feed. Look at all the replies on there. You know who's actually emotional right now? People that bought the top, right? Investors aren't. I'm sure investors aren't thrilled. They're going to watch their unrealized P&L go down. But investors, even an investor can look at that and say, you know, now's probably not the time to enter. I'll gobble up some shares later. Now I'm going to get the chance. Traders are thinking, that's way too far up there. Experienced traders, I'll say that. That's too much. Could it continue? Yeah. Is it likely to? How much further can it go? They're probably just waiting to send that thing down and short it. So I would say there probably is going to be just a good chance of red. And remember, guys, the stock just made a run like that. There's the easy money. Like, you're already in the position. Easy money's made. All you're doing is managing. And then there's you waited for that move and then bought after. And that's where you're left holding the bag. It's a game of hot potato, except, you know, it's not just one loser. It's everyone loses, except for the one guy that bought early. It will drop until someone buys. Yeah, there will still, guys, there's going to be some people out there that are about to take even bigger losses because it's going to drop to $11.90 and someone's going to say that's a dip buy. Someone's going to try to buy it at $11.50, and if it continues, they're just going to get smoked. If it breaks the $1,100 mark and goes to a gamma squeeze to the downside, start hedging there, yeah, have fun. We just saw it to the upside a couple weeks ago. Wait till they see that to the downside. It goes both ways. There's always two sides to the coin, which is why I harp so much that you guys have all these questions answered before you ever click the buy button. Hey, what's worst case scenario? It goes to here. That's where I'm going to base my risk on. We're expecting a $100 move before that tweet. That's these lines I have drawn out here. This is one standard deviation, up or down, because even the market makers know it is up or down. That next candle will be red or green. Nothing ever changed that. The one definite I can tell you is it will go up or down. I'm pretty sure we're not going to go sideways the whole week. It could bounce back by Friday. Oh, it could do a whole lot of things. It could gap to 800. It could gap to 1500. It might just morning shot, go down to 1100, and then go right back up to 13. We can play the what if game forever. that's not going to make your account any bigger, and it only stands to make your account smaller. Short the whole thing. I don't care if you're long or short. My whole conversation to you guys is manage your risk. This has a cult following. This one is one of the spicier tickers to trade. I love it for that very reason. I don't make money when things sit still. I like movement. I don't care which way it goes. Pick a direction and start firing off. Let's go. But if you guys get biased to one side and think it's only going to go up, you're going to get in trouble. If you're only going to play the long side, that's fine. You wait for the dip buy. But to just play the long side and just hope every day is green, you're not going to have an account that long. Well, unless it's shares you're going to bag hold forever. Hope Amazon dips tomorrow as well. Me too. My puts would pay out. Wouldn't be surprising if Tesla pumped it green tomorrow so they can bring in more FOMO retail buyers and then they can dump shares on them. I think some of you guys might be saying this stuff because you want to hear it back and maybe you want to sleep at night. There might be a lot of YOLOers out here. Lessons from Don. Tesla's one of the spicier tickers to trade. It's certainly not Ford. Well, even Ford woke up and had a great week. We will know in the first hour. We probably will. Yeah, I can't tell you guys where it's going to go. I don't even want to try. That's why I drew out the expected moves. Just watch out for those levels. If you watched last week's video, we drew these exact... Last week, we had this same conversation. It looked just like this. You know what we did? With all of your good news, your bullish reasons, all your BS you guys had, we ran right up to that top line and went sideways. We just parked it right there. Just a weird coincidence, I'm sure. And next week might just be the same. And every week we talk about this, just one coincidence after another. If you've been following me for a while, do you still believe in coincidences? Or what? Whole market going up again before the rug pull. Who knows? The market is up there, guys. And rug pull, I'd say maybe a couple solid red days. Elon should have came out with this during the week. Oh, no. I'm sure he still has a legal team that has to approve these tweets. Coming out with that during the week would, oh man, I don't even want to hear the comments I'd be reading on that one. People would be getting smoked left and right, making emotional trades. At least now, everyone's had the weekend to stew on this, get their game plan together, put their tinfoil hat theories on, and talk themselves into what they're going to do, get hyped, get pumped, prepare what they're about to tell their wives. 900 puts for 200. Tomorrow going to feel like... Nah. Nothing's guaranteed. Until the market opens and until you sell your position and close it, you don't have anything. Yeah, sit tight. Hold on to your butts. Yeah. Do you want to sit in this rodeo or do you want to close your position and maybe trade something a little less with the spotlight on it? Ultimately, that's going to be your question tomorrow morning. Can you imagine riding this all the way down? As a trader? In puts? I sure can. No, just watching your position get red doesn't sound fun. So, 1,000 Tesla shares here. I'm emotional. You got to take it out. Never sell Tesla. I'm not going to sell my Tesla shares. Now, that's in a different account. As far as my trading account goes, I'm all over the place on this. If it's going up, I'm buying it. If it's going down, I'm shorting it. Plain and simple. I'm just here to take advantage of the moves. Again, I'm not emotionally tied to this in my trading account. But if you have 1,000 shares and you're emotional, I have to ask you, where did you think this was going? After a move it just made, you think it was just green sky, or not? Hopefully not green skies. Maybe you're so green your skies are green. Just blue skies, rainbows, forever. Like, look at the move it just made. You have to look at this chart and think, okay, maybe I take the beer goggles off and I realize this thing used to just do this every day and in 2 weeks does this. Maybe it is a little bit up there. If it's a long-term hold, then why are you worried about his tweets right now? This doesn't fundamentally change Tesla. I don't care about Don. Don don't care about you. The market don't care about you peasants. The market really doesn't care about you. Doesn't know you exist. Your 1,000 shares would be, you could market fill that and then blink of an eye with Tesla. So just to put things into perspective, you're just the little ants in an elephant stampede. So you want to manage risk, stay out of the way sometimes. The Tesla Bulls, the YouTube channel, all say Tesla will never pull back. That's fine. And maybe you whole accounted some YOLO calls and you're wondering why you're down. Bought puts on SPY Friday because I hate my wife's boyfriend. Love you, Don. It fundamentally changes the PE ratio. Another number I don't care about. All right. Let's get going. Central bank going to pivot and digital. I'm pretty bullish the metaverse. I'm all about that. 184 of you guys in here and 57 likes. That's a problem. I don't want to just come on here and yell at you guys and call you stupid and you guys don't hit the thumbs up button for me. Do I need to be a hype channel? Do you want me to talk about Sheeb Coin to the moon? AMC to 1,000,000? Hit the thumbs up. If you are about to take a loss, then definitely hit the subscribe button. I will never kick you while you're down, but if I ever am making fun of a position you're in, do not take it personal. And just ask yourself, why is he coming at me that way? Maybe this guy have a little bit more experience, and is he really telling me something I need to be listening to? 54 likes because all you're talking about is Tesla. That's going to be a lot of news. Let's hit some other tickers, though. We're at 80 likes now. I used to say you have to be at least a 50% ratio. Then we get to the call-outs. Let's go for the last 10 minutes. Let's break some stuff down for you guys. How about Palantir? 1 second. F Tesla. All right, Palantir. Gosh, get above this stupid. So we're just finding sellers here. Hopefully, this is the week for Palantir. The market can just be red. Palantir says, it's our time to shine, guys. Let's show the market we mean something. We mean business. If I'm in Palantir right now, I'd have to stop out. Personally, mine would be 25, 45. You warned us all about the Tesla dip. I even talked about Elon paying his taxes. So if you were subscribed, this tweet was not news to you. Well, it was news, but you should have already had that in your head. Worst stock ever, Palantir. I love this one. It's in my investment account, but as a trader, oh man. Talk about beating your head against a wall. Over and over again. It's going to be awesome seeing this thing get above $27. Stop loss on Tesla. Now, that's a worthless question to ask right now. Because right now, there's just no telling where it's going to gap at or anything in the moment. And right now, so Tesla, I'm not even zoning Tesla out. I would just be physically trading that trend, and my stop would be below that trend, and something tells me tomorrow we're gapping right below that. So we'll have to figure that one out in the morning. Need to break above 30. I agree. There's that yellow zone right there. Getting above that is going to be awesome. The hype came in, and so far the hype left. So this is more investors. Just characteristically slow. Until then, we just keep trading Palantir like we always do. They're going to announce another government contract. It goes to the moon. It comes right back down. Bitcoin, 65K. Hey, making a move. I got to say, guys, I went on a shopping spree. Let me tell you the cryptos I'm in. It's been a while since I talked about crypto on YouTube. I'm in Polygon, Decentraland, Avalanche, Solana, Polkadot, obviously Ethereum and Bitcoin. Still have that Shiba. And I still apparently have some Bitcoin Cash. All the new ones, put $1,000 in, and I'll check them in 5 years. Not going to trade them, but I did like those. You better say Sheeb. Hopefully it goes to $1. Go Sheeb, dog coins. Yeah, I do have ADA. Don believes now. If it has anything to do with the metaverse, I'm going to be attacking that a lot. You buy any Kohl's Cash? I was thinking about buying some. Kohl's Cash? Don't you get that like at Old Navy? Like when you buy stuff, they give you the Kohl's Cash? DOCN. Let's break down some tickers, guys. Not $1, just 1 cent. I like to aim high. And my 2 AMC shares still have those limit orders at 100,000. So, well, 50,000 and 100,000. And I can't wait to track down. I will hire the whole CIA to find out who buys my AMC shares at 50,000 and 100,000. Because we are going to get an interview with them. I will Joe Rogan that thing up. Be at his house, front door, with a microphone. So, DigitalOcean, if you are subscribed to me, if you guys are a YouTube member, you clicked the join button next to subscribe. You guys do have my charts. If you like this ticker and you were in it, you watched it, jump down, hit that zone, turn around, and you're probably up a lot. I'd put my stop at 99.85 and I'd let it continue or pull back. That looks a little jumpy, so I'd put my stop in place and I'd call it a day. And if you guys are new here, that is how I exit every position. That is not a joke. If I think with every fiber of my being that $100.03, whatever, is the absolute top, my stop still goes in at 98.45. I still give it the benefit of the doubt. I've been surprised way too many times in my life by the stock market to ever think this is the top. Sometimes things just keep rolling. So I don't like saying, this is the top, I gotta sell. I put my stop in place and I let it do its thing. Grab some Elon coins before it runs? No. Absolutely. What? Hang on. How do you read Elon coin and not think scam right off the bat? Did Elon come out with it? No. Is it attached to Elon in any way whatsoever? No. Period. That is somebody, forgive me for this, they are jerking off to his posters in their mom's basement saying, just imagine if he tweets this, we're going to be so rich. And the developers think they're just clever as crap because they named it after him. No, I would not buy Elon coin until I found out that actually had any kind of use case scenario that was real or relevant, or Elon himself tweets. I would buy that after the tweet, never before. That sounds like a scam. No way it doesn't in my head. Up 150 bucks. Well, I know you're in it, but I'm saying this on YouTube. You know, if you're making money, just keep making money. I've already told you that, James, a billion times. You don't need to hear that from me anymore. How much percent do you use to trail? I do it by the candles. If I can't manage it, I'll use an actual trail loss, trailing stop loss, but I manually move mine up just off the candles. Rip monetization. Oh no, how will I ever keep the lights on? My $200 a month from YouTube. I guess it's a good thing I make money from trading then, huh? You said F Shiba, Don. And Doge. Yeah. They're still both crap coins. Nothing changes. I also bought both of those. I'm not going to come in here and say they're not crap just because I'm in them. Me buying them doesn't mean anything. I don't mind. If stupid people are going to jump in and hand out money, I'm fine with that. But with crypto, there's too many crap ones out there. Doge and Shiba, they had the following behind it. And it wasn't someone trying to just pander to Elon, hopefully to get that tweet out of him. You said something about Clove and, sorry. Clove and Veil also bounce. Okay. Clove. These are the buy levels for Clove. There's something about an investigation going on or something with them. I wouldn't want to break in 685. Get to the best returns. Yeah, or goes to zero faster. More risk, more reward. As long as you guys know what you're getting into, I'll never make fun of you for, try telling somebody what they're doing is wrong or risky when they're making money. That's all you hear is, well, I made money. Sweet. Doesn't mean the person that won the lottery had any brains whatsoever. Alkaline water company. But I got to be careful with what I'm talking about on here. For the people that are following me thinking, hey, that might be a good idea. What if they hear it from me and they don't realize I think it's an absolute crap coin? All they hear is I'm in it. They might have the confidence in my ability to pick things that go up and then think it's actually something to buy. Earnings on Clove Monday. Playing any options on it? I'll probably sell the $6 puts on it. I don't mind owning Clove at the lower levels. But I would rather just sell puts, and if they get exercised, they get exercised. As far as this water company goes, I don't like how cheap it is. Earnings coming up on the 16th, if that's correct. Definitely Google that. If there's something that's about as accurate as the other YouTubers are when it comes to stocks, it's the earnings date on TradingView. I wouldn't want to break in that. What was it? Veil was the other one. Nope. Why do you like this one? I used to make fun of Baba a lot. This one might just pick up the torch. Almost 200 of you guys in here. It's because the market's red. Did the thumbnail grab you? Out of 193 of you guys in here, tell me in the chat right now, why are you here? I'm sure that's what all the YouTubers say. That's probably why I'll never have 100,000 followers. But I am just curious, was it the cool thumbnail? Or was it because it's red and you're panicking? Veil is great with dividends. Okay. If I'm attacking this as a dividend ticker, I would still wait for... So I'm going to beef up a dividends account too. I do have dividends. Now, I like to add at the bottom. Not when it's... I might have thrown a chunk in when it went flat. But as it sells off, and it is actively selling off, if it's a dividend ticker, I wait for the selling to stop. So, like right here, where it stopped and kind of did that, I probably would have added some right here, realistically. Because, you know, when it comes to dividends, it's how many shares do you have. You've probably already done the research on the company, and you like it. It's going to stick around. Hopefully, they're at least paying the dividend. But I'd wait for the selling to stop and then chunk in, because you're saying the money just buys more shares the cheaper it is. You're here for the rant, too. Autoplay. Mr. Tang Wu. YouTube wanted us to meet. It was fate. Because you're the boss. Just here for the rants. Panic. Tom Nash liked it. Oh, and dividend? Okay. Uh-oh. Did Tom like this? Tom. He'll never actually watch my videos, but... who is it? Is it Valet? I don't know. I don't know what they are. But I know right now there's more red candles than green. So as a trader, that tells me it's going down. And some of you guys need to just jump back to those basics. As a dividend ticker, I would look for around the 1050 area. Do I trade live? Yeah. I mean, I trade futures and Forex, so I took a trade at the beginning of the stream too. ATVI with 8. Also, if you're in my mentorship, we take trades every week. Well, I tell you I'm going to take a trade, and if you agree, you take it with me. But that's all 100% speculation or a coincidence. I'd never click the buy button for anybody because all I do is draw boxes. So to be clear, this is art class. This is not financial advice. ATVI got smoked. That sucks. I was actually bullish this one. We got out of it because we were in it back here, and then all the news came out. Pretty sketchy stuff. Wanted that to settle down. Looks like it finally did, and then earnings came out and just got the beat down. So, you know, right now, 64.45, I would not want it going any further. Can I do Intel? Sure can. If you are new to this channel, I draw these magic yellow boxes out. If you're brand new, you probably don't know the coincidences you're about to see. But when we do check that from the bottom like that, I got to look out for rejection. So right now, dead cat bounce, a pullback for the shorts to load up. So there's a huge difference in buying this now at 51 or it breaks up and comes back and tests this from the top at 51. And right now, I'd wait for that, or I'd be going short with the stop at 51.85. And right now, I guess it looks like a better short entry. That is my alert to go long. What's my thoughts on in-phase energy? It's one of the biggest ones in TAN. And I do like the TAN ETF. It's a solar ETF. This is my alert on that, so when it does pull back, I want to buy something right there. Can I do NEO? They're going to take over the world. So NEO pulled back, test that zone from the top. And to be honest, that looked like a great entry on Friday. Tomorrow, we might not get the same story. This one does like to follow Tesla. Tesla is like the Bitcoin of cryptos. And I'm kind of curious how the EV world's going to react when Tesla does, if Tesla does gap down tomorrow. Has nothing to do with it. But you want to call it a sympathy play, a sector play. I'm curious to see, so I would be watching this tomorrow. And that's for any EVs. I am in Lucid, and I hope it goes to the moon. James, we're still in BLNK from last week. It never went anywhere. NEO earnings is Tuesday. So I like NEO. I'll put it that way. And I would be bullish NEO. So if tomorrow this did, let's say Tesla does gap down and it drags NEO with it, I would probably use that as an opportunity to buy. That's my alert to buy NEO. That's probably a bit ambitious for it to sell off that much. What are my thoughts on Nokia? That was part of the meme group, right? Are they doing anything? What is the ticker for Nokia? Is it okay? Yeah. Why is that up? What do they do? We're gonna make a. What were they gonna make? A vaccine? There's something ridiculous right here. They need to announce that again. They're gonna get into the EV sector, I guess, and then we'll send it to the moon again. Person had wanted above $6. 5G stuff. Okay. Let's just look at T. Here's a cell phone that's down. They do 5G stuff. Verizon, they do 5G stuff. It's also down. I would be, now I've been meaning to look into this. Nokia, any of your 5G plays or cell phone plays, they've been selling off, which is very curious because they're all doing it. And I don't know why. I've meant to actually look in to see if there's a fundamental reason this is going on. Does 5G actually cause the Rona? Did we find that out? Was that not a conspiracy? Or we're working on 6G or 7G right now? Hopefully that didn't offend anybody because that was an obvious joke. Before we get out of here, let's do PayPal and yeah, MMAT. Roku has 85% of 5G. If you guys do know, and you've actually made it this far watching as a recording, one, you're awesome. Two, do you know why cell phones are all selling off? They're cutting their... Oh, yeah, I do remember AT&T's cutting their dividend in half. Oh, someone said no offense. Let's see. They're doing 5G business contracts with communications. I think Nokia is beyond cell phones now. Good. Well, I'd still want them above $6. Chip shortages, that's cute. Let me talk about a risky play I will be talking about on Wednesday. I'm probably going to short NVIDIA. Unless this gaps down tomorrow, if we open up right here, I'd rather short this with a stop right here. I love NVIDIA, but when stocks just do that, I do start to look for the snapback, and I'm probably going to play that. So I'm probably going to grab the 300 puts. I'm saying this now because I like to talk about things I'm going to do. The one thing I have a problem with other YouTubers doing is they talk about something that they did, or, you know, and it's always like in the past. It doesn't sound very productive. Maybe for a lesson, but I wouldn't continue to worry about that. I talk about what's going forward. And if that doesn't gap down something crazy, I kind of want to short this. What's also funny why I brought this up, you said chip shortages, and that's hilarious because we've been talking about chip shortages for a while, but if I looked at this chart, I would never know. Same with AMD. So everyone keeps talking about these chip shortages, and then Ford's got chips in them. So does Tesla. AMD and NVIDIA are chips. And here we are. Let's see. SpaceX satellite internet beats 5G in some cases. And I guess, yeah, in the country, 5G, it has to be pretty dense. I'm thinking. Shaquille O'Neal, so Shaq, entered a partnership with the water company back in May 2021, and water launched a marketing campaign featuring Shaq. Sounds bullish to me. Anything Shaq touches tends to go up. Thoughts? He's a very smart investor. Are you trading this, or are you investing in it? Shaq's a brilliant investor. I don't think people talk about that. But every reason you just said is not why I would jump into a ticker tomorrow. Many vehicles are backed up on delivery specifically due to chip shortages. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. But there's real life, and then there's the ticker. And how many of you guys last year were so pissed because the stock market was selling off, and you said the Rona's not even that serious, people are only sneezing, and then everyone's wearing a mask, everything's shut down, and the stock market's pushing up, and you're so pissed because you're short the market, or you're out, you didn't buy, and you're just pouting at home because, funny enough, the ticker didn't line up with what's outside. So as a trader, and I do this for a living, I do need to pay my bills. I have to focus on where the buyers and sellers are, not what the news is selling me. Shaq can't hit a free throw. The long line theory. Yeah, I would never in my wildest dreams look at Starbucks, see a long line, and think, I better go buy that stock. I used to when I was a brand new trader. And luckily, I started trading in 2013. Things were starting to get bullish again. So it was kind of hard to be wrong. And the market disguised a lot of my mistakes. A lot of my mistakes I learned by still actually making money. Fortunate for me at the time. Unfortunate for you guys trying to learn the markets now. Still a relatively bull market, but you start trading off some dumb excuses, you're just going to find out it doesn't work that way. Doritos isn't having any chip shortages. We are going to do PayPal. Sorry about making you wait, bud. 214. What are you guys doing? You guys want to join me in the mentorship? So I do have a mentorship. I'd never really promote it, and it bugs my soul when I hear other YouTubers non-stop tell you about a course and the expiring link that never expires in the description. If they pay. You guys can't be mean like that. Let's let them in one time. We haven't let them in for a while. Let's let them see what a Sunday looks like. Ryan, that's how they learn. As far as PayPal goes, do not like that this broke. Now, maybe that ends up being a wick. We've been lower before, but you're playing with fire. There's a reason I don't have anything in between here right now. I'll be interested back here at the $200 mark, but if it breaks this red wick right here, this 223 area, that would be my final straw for PayPal. Don has a mentorship, by the way. Only if we get 80% likes. Okay, fine. Can everyone hit the thumbs up button for me? Hit the thumbs up if you're going to click the Zoom link that I'm about to post. Let's see. Shakeout for earnings. I wish I could trust when earnings actually was on PayPal. It says it's on the 7th. If I'm going to trade that on earnings, and if you guys are brand new to this channel, earnings, there's going to be announcements going to go up or down. Period. That's how every earnings is going to shake out. Whatever you think doesn't matter, I promise. No one knows you're alive. They don't care if you are tomorrow either. Just to break it to you. So I would not have my whole... the only way to lose your whole butt is to throw it all out there on the line like that. And I do like to see things sell off right before an earnings. It kind of tells me, tinfoil hat theory, some big players want some cheap shares. The other side of that coin is those other players already know what's about to be said, so they got out. Let's see. Thoughts on leaps on Zillow and what's CHGG? Hang on, I do like the leaps question. Chegg. Oh, God. That tells me nobody wants it, so I wouldn't be thrilled to just jump in that. Look, no, probably not on this one. Maybe one. Maybe very cheap because I have money burning a hole in my pocket. You pump and dump dork. Clearly he's new to the channel. No, man, not a fan. Like, that was doing so good, and then everyone left. There's no one at that party. I'd be cautious with that one. As far as Zillow goes, if it's at 30 bucks, so I like Zillow here or here. And after that meltdown, I would probably just wait a little bit longer. I really like Zillow. I'm probably the only realtor around that, but I can recognize buying and selling a house is going to be an app soon. Realtors are going away. And I think Zillow, they put too much money into their interface. They're all about this. It's super user-friendly for the consumer. That's why I like them. So I would grab some more of this at $30. $60 right now. A little bit, well, I would know the risk you're taking on. All right, I'm checking Shib. Everybody hit the thumbs up before we end this, and I will post that the Zoom link. I got to go to the mentorship group after this, so I'll post that Zoom link in my the free Discord chat if you want to continue it on there. Did I put Shib over here? Shib coin. Let's just delete everything. What is the delete all button? The trash can. Never mind. Never understood the love for waterfall tickers. You got YouTubers out there saying, look at the margin it created. You got people thinking it's automatically going to go back up. That's why. And then people think, I'm going to get it cheap. They have a hard time. There's either the FOMO buyers buying things at the top. Nobody just likes to buy in the middle. Hey, this is green going up. Nah. It's got to be vertical for them to buy, or just falling off a cliff because they think it's going to just recover and they're going to make all that money. They spend more time looking at the top, the peak, than they do actually the position they're about to get in. All right, so here's the one day it pushed up. I'd say we're bullish above, bearish below. If you ever see me draw out two blue lines like that, it's because I'm charting out an inside candle. It's going to be on the 4-hour or the daily. So breaking that and closing above or below is probably your sign of where it's probably going to go. Christmas comes early this year. Don's going to let the noobs view the mentorship one time. I will say if you are new or you're in my mentorship, you learn a whole lot more when you're active. The lurking. I learn more about you as a trader if you're active. You tell me the trades you're in, I'll figure you out really quickly. Then we can figure out how we can turn that ship around. I assume you're not just super excited, you're so green, and that's why you joined. There's probably some red in there we need to fix. So, I do have to hop off here. If you're going to join me in the Zoom link, you guys will see in a second. If you're watching as a recording, thanks for watching, especially if you made it this far. All the links are in the description like all the other YouTubers. I don't want to annoy you with that. But hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Just turn the bell on because I promise you will learn something. I'm not like the other guys. I can probably assure you that. But I actually do this for a living, and I don't make YouTube income. So I'll see you guys all in the next